I am stood outside of Taco Bell here in Orlando, Florida, just off the 192. It's quite noisy here. We've got some wind blowing into the microphone, but hopefully you can still hear me. I'm very excited to go inside and try it out. Now, we do have Taco Bell in the UK, but in the US, it is quite different. They've got a different menu and the food is also quite different as well. So I'm excited to give it a try. It's been a long time since I've been to Taco Bell in the US. Heading on inside now. You can see the 192 off in the distance, always super busy. But they have so many restaurants along this road, so I tend to try quite a few in this area of Orlando. I'll pop over and grab a little booth by the window. Oh, actually, that one's a bit dirty. All right, let's take a look at the menu. I think we just tap the screen. Okay, yeah, we're gonna dine in. Okay, what is this cantina menu? Oh, that's chicken. I don't think I want chicken. What is this? Y2K Taco Bell. So this has some Dorito tacos, caramel apple empanadas. Oh my gosh. Chili cheese burritos, double-decker tacos. Oh, double-decker taco. That kind of looks like the Gordita Crunch, but maybe without cheese on the outside. I quite like a Gordita Crunch. Double-decker taco supreme. That looks good as well. Discovery Lux box. Oh my gosh, we're still here. Okay, let's go back and see what other. Let's go into our combos and see what combos we can get. Discovery Lux, Classic, Supreme Lux, Cantina. That's all the chicken stuff. Scroll down, Quesadillas, Crunchwrap Supreme, Dorito Locos. I think I'll try one of these double-decker tacos. I've never seen them before. I've got my sister with me so she can help me eat all of the food we're about to order. Don't change anything, just add it to the order. It's up the top. Now, I want to find the Gordita Crunch. Where would that be? Tacos, because that's what I normally get at home, so I want to be able to compare. Okay. Oh, they've got a Doritos version. It's a limited time. What's the difference? Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch Cool Ranch. Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch Nacho Cheese. No, we don't like the nacho cheese. Or just a cheesy Gordita Crunch, I think is the original. $5 though, and that's just the taco by itself. That is quite pricey. Sure, click on that and see if it gives us any options. No, I guess, yeah, let's just add that on. Do we want to get some sort of combo meal so we can get like some regular tacos and just a drink or something? What are these discovery boxes? So that gets you a Crunchwrap Supreme, a Ranch Dorito taco, a crunchy taco, and chips, nachos. So that's a pretty good offer. And I think if we modify this, because I don't like the nacho cheese because I think it tastes like feet, so we'll have none of that, but then we'll add on cheese. Ooh, or the 3 cheese blend. And then, so we've got a Dorito one. I wonder if, oh, swap, that's what you do. Hit swap, and then we can probably change that to another. Yes, I'm going to get the nacho cheese Dorito Supreme, chips and guac, or cinnamon twist. Oh, that's cool. So now that's changed to $10.20. That's because I modified this one to a more expensive one. Fountain drink. Large for no charge, 100%. Okay, so a double-decker taco, which is an old classic that's come back. The cheesy Gordita Crunch, which is my regular favourite that I have back home in the UK. And then we've got this Discovery Lux box to try out a few other things as well. And that comes to $23. So all the tables were dirty. We're just going to give our table a little wipe down. We always carry wet wipes with us anyway. To be fair, I can't imagine that they get paid very well for what they're doing here anyway. And it always seems like the Taco Bells here have very few staff, like, to run the whole restaurant. Anyway, we are sat now waiting for our order. I don't see like a digital screen or anything, so I guess they're maybe just going to shout at us when it comes. I'm excited to go try the fountain drinks. I love fountain drinks here in the US. They are always so much better and so much crispier than what we get at home. And I think I might give this a try because it is brand new. I think it might be this one. This one has no sticker on. Yeah, that looks purple. Let's give it a go. Oh my gosh, look at that. I didn't fill it up all the way just in case I really don't like it. Got a straw and a lid. Let's go give this a try. Rachel's laughing at me calling it Baja Blast because it is definitely Baja Blast. Oh, so look, they've got this like advertising on the cup as well, the Decades Y2K. So it is just that they're bringing back like old favorites. That's pretty cool. And our food has arrived also. So I think this is that combo box. And then the individual ones we ordered are going to be in here. Okay, let's try the drink first before we get stuck into the food. Kind of tastes like something. Oh, it's very fizzy. Get some hand sanitizer on. Spritz, spritz. Oh, what do I smell like today? Champagne toast. Cheers. All right, this is the one that came back, right? The double decker taco or something. Oh, it kind of looks like it's beans in the, as opposed to like beef. You can see inside there. So it's a double taco. So it's got crunchy, soft, and then it's got like, well, it looks like I think beans in the middle. And then it has the ground beef on the inside, lettuce, cheese. We didn't get the supreme version. This is just the original. It tastes like it was made fresh and everything. So salad tastes fresh. I don't know that the beans on the outside layer are my favorite, but the beef tastes nice. Yeah, this is decent. I could drink a whole cup of that. It's the beans I think I don't like so much. I think because it adds like to the mushiness, because the beans are against the soft taco on the outside, it's kind of like soft on soft then. I think having a bit more bite in either like cheese or beef or something like some of the other double decker tacos have is a bit nicer. It's still tasty though. It's not going to go to waste. Yeah, this end bit is very beany. You can see it's just very beany at the end. Oh God. It's coming out all over me now. We did not get napkins. Rachel's off to go get some. Definitely not my favorite. Probably wouldn't order that again. I get the concept. I think if it was just something else on the outside layer, it'd be nice. Let's open up the box now. I forget what it was called. The deluxe something deluxe anyway. Okay, yeah, so we have our dessert in here. We'll take this out. It smells like cinnamon. It smells gorgeous. Then we've got the Doritos Locos Tacos and the Taco Supreme. I like that they come in these little taco pouches, and you can see that's got like the Dorito taco instead of the regular taco. Beef and cheese and lettuce in there. Let's give this one a little taste. I like that. That's nice. So it's kind of got like a cool, it's not really, it's like a sour cream, but it's more like a creme fraiche actually really on the bottom with beef and cheese, lettuce, but the outside taco is really tasty. This one's a little bit broken, just a little bit broken, the taco shell at the top. It is the Cool Ranch Dorito then, this one, so you can actually see like all of the seasoning on the taco there. You might see it a bit better when I take it out. Oh, it's falling apart. I'm trying to get the flavor off the actual taco itself, but there's not much. I suppose Cool Ranch Doritos don't really taste very strong in the first place. You can see there's definitely a lot of seasoning on there. It does have a slight taste off it. Definitely not obviously as strong as the cheesy Dorito one that I have here. Again, tastes like it was cooked fresh for us. That's solid, and these are like the two extra tacos that come with the meal. So I think given that we paid what, $10 for Crunchwrap Supreme, which we haven't tried yet, and the two tacos and the drink, that's actually quite a good value combo, I think. And loads of food as well. I got out the Gordita Crunch and I noticed that does not feel hot to touch at all. I've got the Crunchwrap Supreme here, which still does feel pretty warm now. We haven't taken long to eat, so I don't know if maybe this one was just ready first and was sat a little bit, but we didn't really wait very long at all for the food. But let's go in and try the Crunchwrap Supreme. If you're not familiar with the Crunchwrap Supreme, it is basically a large tortilla, like wrap, taco wrap, soft taco wrap, and then inside it is like all the contents you'd get in your regular tacos. So you've got like your beef, your cheese, all that sort of stuff, and then there's also like crunchy tortilla chips, hence the Crunchwrap Supreme. I actually have made these at home. Like I said, I don't like the nacho cheese, and that's actually why I never get this, even though it is one of my favorites. I love the combo of like the soft and crunchy. That's why I also like the Gordita Crunch, because it's a combo of the soft and crunchy. I realized, because I think I saw it on TikTok or something, that you can actually switch out the nacho cheese, which I don't like, because like I said, I think it tastes like feet, for just any regular cheese. Like I chose the 4 cheese blend for this one, and that's what costs like the extra 50 cents, but I feel like it's going to be worth it. Already I'm happy that it doesn't taste like feet. I'm not really getting any crunch yet. I don't know if it's just that it's gone soft or that I haven't made it to the crunch. I have made it there, so I think it's just not super crunchy. I will say with the change of the cheese to the 4 cheese blend, there's definitely not enough cheese. There could be more cheese in here. You can see the inside of it there. It's a little bit underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just mostly tasting tortilla. Like, I don't think there's enough filling across the board. I don't think there's enough filling at all in that. I'm actually gonna take the rest of that one home with me, and I'll move on to the one I was most excited for until I realized that it wasn't hot, which is the Gordita Crunch. All right, let's go in for the Gordita Crunch, the one I was most excited about. Oh, it's a little bit stuck to the paper as I'm taking it off. So let me tell you why I normally like this one as my favorite taco. It has the soft shell, the hard shell. It has the regular cheese, not the feet cheese. It has more of like a saucy kind of sour cream, like what was in that first taco. So it's like nearly more like a creme fraiche in consistency. And then it just has your ground beef, your lettuce. I just find the combo, like the ratios on this one is always pretty good. In between the soft and hard shell then you do have cheese. Now I'm not seeing actually a lot of cheese in between these two here. Sometimes it does kind of sink down towards the bottom a bit. I can see a bit more on the other side. But yeah, like I say, this is normally my go-to, so I'll give it a try and see what it tastes like. It doesn't taste so fresh. It still tastes good. It's still my favorite. Yeah, it definitely just doesn't taste fresh as everything else that we got. So maybe these were ready or something. Again, I would say the hard shell is not given super crispy, especially down the bottom. It's crispy at the top, which again probably suggests that it's been sitting a little bit and the hard shell has gone a little bit soft. There's much more crunch at the top. There's more flavor as well off the beef on this one. So I don't know if they put some sort of like additional sauce in there or something, because it kind of has a bit more heat than everything else as well. Just like a tiny bit, as if it's been seasoned better, whether that's something they've put on the beef or something else they've put inside. It's definitely just got like, I can taste, like feel the seasoning in my mouth more than with the others in terms of like what the beef tastes like. I've definitely just had better versions of this. Let's finish off then with the dessert, which is these cinnamon twists. This is the kind of dessert where like you'll have a bite first and you'll be like, oh, that's all right. And then as you eat it, it gets like more and more addicting. The cinnamon taste is lovely. Overall, the flavor like and the taste reminds me of a cinnamon churro, but obviously the texture is different because it's crispy, and it's probably the crunchiest thing I've had out of everything. They're on point. They're really good. Back in the car then for some final thoughts. I'm in my beast of a Ford Expedition here in Florida. Got a massive car because the whole family are over this time. Anyway, final thoughts. I think it was a bit of a mixed bag. So the first one that I had, which was the retro one, liked it, but just wasn't a big fan of the refried beans in there. But if you like refried beans, you'd probably have liked that. I just didn't like that texture of like the soft shell taco with the soft beans. So I'd probably see if I can get a version of that that was a bit different, that had something else on the outside. But love the double stack of the soft and hard, and that taco actually had like a hard shell and a soft shell, so it had the right texture other than the beans. And then the deluxe box I thought was a really good price overall, because that was what, like $10, and that had the Crunchwrap Supreme, the 2 tacos, the cinnamon twist things, and the drink. So that's a good value, like overall meal, I think, and a lot of food. Like I would struggle to eat all of that. The Dorito taco shell I really liked. I thought that was seasoned really nicely. I couldn't really taste the Cool Ranch version, but Rachel thought she could taste it, so I don't know, I just didn't find that strong. But I feel that way about those Doritos anyway. I just think they're really plain, so that's probably like a me problem. But again, those 2 tacos were very fresh. Like they tasted like they had just been made for us. Really crunchy on the outside. The toppings were nice and fresh too, so really liked those. The Crunchwrap Supreme I thought was a bit meh today. Maybe that's my fault for making adjustments to it, but I really just don't like the feet cheese, so that was kind of my only option there. But I'm pretty sure when I've had the Crunchwrap Supreme before, like it's got a better balance of the fillings inside, and I just wasn't getting the crunch from it. Like it's literally called a Crunchwrap Supreme. You're expecting to bite into it and hear the crunch of those like tortillas inside, and I think they were just a bit soft, and I really didn't leave that sitting very long either before I was getting into it. So yeah, I just didn't think that was that great. And then I'd say the biggest disappointment was actually my favorite taco, which is the Gordita Crunch, because we had to pay $5 for that because you can't get it in a combo of any sort. So $5, and it wasn't fresh, it wasn't that crunchy, again for an item that says it's a crunch item. It was at the top, but it just wasn't at the bottom. But overall, actually the flavor was my favorite out of all of them, because I like the combo, the soft, the hard shell. It was seasoned really nicely. I liked the way the sour cream was in that one, so it was still overall my favorite taco. I just didn't get a good one of it, basically a good version. So yeah, I guess a bit mixed feelings overall. And if I compare it back to what we get in the UK, I feel like Here you can often get much better combo offers and pay less for more food essentially. I liked that we could try a new drink, and then we switched actually after that to Dr. Pepper. They just have the fountain machines out there, so you can just go up and refill your drink, which is really handy. And then I guess if we move on to the vibes, my sister's laughing here beside me. Not the best vibes, I have to say, and like that's not really because of the staff or anything like that. It's just like the place was kind of empty when we went in. There was only I think like 2 people working there, and they were working the drive-through, the mobile orders, and serving customers like ourselves that came in and sat down. So when we first came in, like I said, there wasn't really a clean table, but I did see the guy was literally like on his headset, like answering the drive-through, which was constantly busy, and then, you know, came out and cleaned tables as soon as he had a chance. So it just seems like maybe they're a little bit understaffed, and they were advertising for hiring, so maybe just right now they haven't got many people in. But also I feel like in general when I go to Taco Bell, I'm not a big fan of the vibes. I would say it's probably not the kind of place that I would go to by myself and sit in and eat. I don't mind going in with you, but all that to say, look, we had a bit of a mixed experience today, but we paid pretty reasonable price, I think, overall for all of that food. We're bringing home leftovers and everything. Oh, and the cinnamon twists, I liked those. They always just seem to hit. I think they're really good. I remember when I first tasted them, I was just like, oh, they're all right, but yeah, they're just, like I said, really addicting when you start to eat them, and they always just have a nice, like, really good cinnamon flavor off them, and I'm always happy when I get them included in a nice value meal like that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed coming with me to Taco Bell today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!